Hi. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Clearly Stated, and you are with Vibrating Minds. I want to talk a little bit about the human experience that we are having here on Earth. One of my last videos, I had cut off a little bit short on what I was um, reiterating about how we're souls living an earthly experience in a human body. So the one way that I can explain this to you is if you picture the universe, that standard image that you always have of the universe with all the stars in the sky, right? You have that standard view of the universe, and just think you're one of those stars. And I'm just saying you're one of those stars because it's actually it's bigger than that. But just picture, for the sake of elaborating, because I'm not elaborating enough. Okay, so for the sake of elaborating, just picture yourself as being one of those stars in the universe. And that star is kind of just chucking itself on Earth, right? And you see those shooting stars, right? Just think that that's what you are. But as a shooting star, you are then shot into a human body. And you're shot into the human body into this little minute little thing like this, right? And it's growing and it's growing and it's growing, and you're sitting there and you're going do 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 do. Oh, this is fun. welcome to, welcome to the first earthly human experience. Being a cell. Oh God. Being a sperm cell that does its thing, right? With the egg. And you're there. That's you, right? But you're alive, right? You're a being. You're alive. You're malleable. You're movable. You're there. And you have to go through this entire earth experience of the time that you're born until the time you choose to pass. Now, just think about that for a minute. You're a soul first. You're not an egg, not a sperm, there's not an egg. Firstly, you're a soul. What am I at? Okay, I'm good. And that soul needs a human body to experience Earth. Because Earth is what out there in the universe they call the vacation planet. So you have no idea what you're going to do while you're here. So you're up there, you're drawing yourself, you're designing your life. You're picking your parents, firstly. And however the reasons are, you chose the parents you chose. It was hard for me to swallow that at first. It really was. And eventually, once I understood this aspect, it kind of made it a little bit more, you know how they tell you just be kind with yourself? And that's exactly where this all fits in, right? When you think, I think because I know me growing up, I never felt like I belonged in the family that I belonged in, that I was in. I actually thought that I was adopted. I really did. I thought I was adopted. So, anyhow, needless to say, now that I understand that I actually wrote my own story, and now that I'm where I'm at, like I'm leaps and jumps and all over the place in my world, right? Now I can look back and understand the life I chose. And because now I understand the life I chose, it allows me to understand my purpose. It does. It allows me to grasp my why. Because I've been asking, right? Because through all of this and everything that I'm learning and engaging in, I'm very, very clear that I'm very well protected. So the guides are everywhere. So, as I said, you wrote your own story. So, as soon as you understand that, what does that automatically remove? Think about it for a minute. And I'm sure you're going to come up with 600 different answers. And I'm telling you that they're probably not wrong. But the real main one, the most important one, which is what humanity is hell bent on doing for whatever the reasons are, it removes the blame. And why does it remove the blame? It removes the blame because it allows you to understand that if you're the author of your own novel, then everybody in your world that you're blaming for your world and your story, then they're also the author of their own novel as well. So you can't blame them for taking part in your story. It's literally what it is. You can't blame them for taking part in your story because they're on their own journey. They're on their own path. Your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your stepbrother, your half brother, your whatever brother, sister, whomever, friend, neighbor, whatever your story is, you wrote it. You wrote your fucking story. Yeah, I can hear it in the background, right? Do you actually think, you know what? Yeah. And if you don't like it, then guess what? Shut me off and go somewhere else. Wrong frequency. I can't believe I just said that. Wrong frequency. Anyhow, I'm coming up to 10 minutes. To 10 minutes. So I'm going to continue on with this, but I do like to do them just in 10-minute blocks. So thanks for tuning in. This is clearly stated, and you have tuned into the vibrating mind frequency. Thank you. Until next one. Take care. Hey, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet already, if you've listened to a few or whatever in any way. So yeah, if subscribe, send me out whatever you want to do, all good. But I need to do another one and I can't lose my train of thought. So I'll see you in the next one, okay? Take care. Bye now.